What's up, everybody? Hello, hello. How you doing? How you guys doing today? I hope well. Still waiting on Ramil to come up, show up, but he just texted me he'll be here in a few seconds. But I hope everybody's having a wonderful afternoon. What is today? Wednesday? Yeah, today's Wednesday. What's going on, everybody? I see some early birds up in here. What's up, Nicer? Decent Woods, P. Capes, Pedro. What is going on? All right, here's Ramil now. What's up, Ramil?
What's going on, man? What up?
Oh, let me put my headphones in, man. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, I can hear you.
What's going on?
How you doing, man?
Man, I'm good. I'm good, man. A brand new day, and everything's good, man. What about you?
I'm good. I'm good, man. You made me proud, man. You made me feel proud. You motivated me, man.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad, man. And vice versa, man. I'm glad I can motivate and people motivate me.
Good, man. I'm glad you were able to be on the show. Come on the show today. I appreciate you deciding to do it, man. I really
Oh, yeah, of
do.
course.
So we can just wait a couple minutes for these guys to get up in here. I still got to get some music from you, man, so I can do an intro like you do, playing some music, man. I've been lazy doing
Oh,
it.
yeah, yeah. Hey, man. It always helps, man. Get people vibing, get them, So yeah.
Yeah. I see you guys. I see a few people do it. You and a couple other people. I'm like, okay, they must be doing that for a reason. All right, let me get on that.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't got no excuse because you got some beats for me, so I ain't no copyrighted beats.
Oh, yeah, yeah, exactly. Just let me know. I'll sing you some. I'll sing you a beat. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right. Yeah. Send me a good one. I mean, you're pretty good with it. Obviously, you're making them. So.
You choose. You know what I'm saying? You choose one. You know what I'm saying? I'll send it over.
Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go ahead and get started. For those of you that do not know me, my name is LJ Young, and I am a 100% debt-free motivational speaker and personal finance educator. I help people become financially free by helping them mathematically see. All right. See outside what I call the debt matrix. And the debt matrix is a place where everybody lives that believes in financing everything that goes down in value and wondering why they're living paycheck to paycheck. Can't figure out why. Can't be that car payment. Can't be those credit card payments. Can't be those phone payments, right? So I help you wake up. That's where I lived for the first 40 years of my life. Woke up, found Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey said, hey, apply the math that you learned in grade school to your finances and you'll be free. And voila, now I'm here. Now all I do is help people get out of debt, financial freedom, and showing them with mathematics. And I have a guest today, Ramil. How do you pronounce your last name, Ramil?
Amyr.
Amyr. Okay, Ramil Amyr. Okay. All right, as you guys know who he is, but I'll let him introduce himself. All right, go ahead, Ramil.
Yeah, what's going on, man? So Ramil Amyr, and I just basically talk about black male empowerment from a more I guess I would say savage perspective. I guess we're talking about many different things, finances as well. Everyday current events, and just talk about the law, things that's going to put black men in a position to win and be in a position of power and doing what it takes, as long as it's legal. And that's how we got to get it in. So appreciate you coming through, and yeah, man, you guys subscribe if you want to.
Yeah, I like we came through. Was it O'Shea?
Mm-hmm.
Was it O'Shea? Yeah, it was O'Shea. And I remember when I first saw you on that show, and I thought to myself, hey man, I need to be talking to him. And I could tell in the comments, the people in the comments were saying, Ramil would love this dude talking about me when I was on O'Shea's show. Yep. And then voila, man, I think you reached out and then we've been cool ever since.
Exactly. Yep.
So yeah, I just I want them. I really believe they need the younger generation need to hear you, because sometimes I'll jump on your streams and honestly, I don't think they hear you. You know what I'm saying? Hear the things you say and where you at because of the moves you made, just being debt free and doing things with no debt and et cetera, man. So just give them a wider, the younger generation need to hear you. That's all. That's what I think.
I appreciate it. Yeah. So I mean, I think the younger, I think everybody needs to hear you as well. Certain messages are going to resonate with certain people. I mean, nothing we can really do. Nothing we can really do about that. But
Right.
you just got to keep pushing it, and then hopefully, it's whoever catches on. I got older people listening to me, and there's probably some younger people that might listen to you. So
yeah, they do. They do.
Yeah, so I just think we just got to keep pushing the limit, and the truth's gonna be the truth no matter what. The truth stands the test of time. So
Yeah.
I just worry about that.
Okay. Well, let's jump into it. Okay, so let's get into it. Our collaboration with what's his name? Bandman Kevo.
Our response to Bandman Kevo,
Yeah, response to Bandman Kevo. And so what sparked me to reach out to you, man, when you overturned that copyright strike, man, and I'm like, that blew me away, man. I ain't gonna lie, that thoroughly just like, whoa, man. And I missed the live stream, but I caught the replay. And everything you were saying, and it was just blowing me away. So let's just get straight into that if we can, and let's just start to kind of talk about the reason for our collab, and then we'll get into the copyright strike thing.
Okay, yeah. So I think we did the collab because I saw you doing the video responding to him, and I'm from Chicago, and Bandman Kevo, that's a Chicago rapper. We call it drill rap, and they rap about all the crazy stuff. So I was shocked to see like you doing a response to some Chicago rapper. I'm like,
somebody sent that to me. I didn't know who he was. I didn't even know who he was. Okay.
Yeah, thanks. So I did. So I was like, okay, yeah, let me do a response. We're gonna do another one. We're gonna run that back. But as I told you, I think we talked about it before. I was like, okay, we're going to do this, but a lot of hip hop blogs we watch. I said something like that. So usually what I would do is I'll take the video that I'm going to use for the stream, and I will take it down and put fair use on it, and edit it, put fair use on it, put it back up. But this one I didn't do that, and then we started doing the stream, even though it still should not have been an issue. So we started doing the stream. It starts getting litty like it always does. People start coming in. Once it starts getting the pack, it's like you never know who watching, man. So, we were doing the stream, was going in, and like when we got to the panel part, they just cut that joint off. And that's when that's where the copyright strike came from. And they said, "Look, you violated copyright law for using Bandman's material. You can't go live and blah blah blah."
Right. Yeah, and what's so crazy is that. And I'm just quoting some things that I saw from your video, your thing talking about the copyright strike, the video yesterday, and you were pointing out a lot of things, right? Just to like when we do the collab, you and I are pointing out things that don't make mathematical sense, right? That's all we're doing, which is the truth. Everything we're saying is true and can be proven, right? But when they got that copyright strike and you did all that investigation and you came across that socialist site or whatever that is, and something stood out to me when you said just like this, you said the only people that need this kind of service are people that are trying to hide something.
Because the copyright strike was put on me by a company that they hired so that when people see they're using your name, they can put a DMCA claim on you. So I mean,
what's DMCA stand for? What's that stand for?
I think it stands for something millennial copyright, digital millennium copyright Act, something like that. Basically, a claim saying that you have no right to use it, but you have a right to use anything as long as you're making it a new work. Meaning you can criticize something, you can talk about something, as long as you add something of value to the original content. So, but what these companies would do is that they will go search the internet looking for anybody talking about you for any reason whatsoever. And put a copyright strike, even though that's illegal. That's called copy fraud, and that's what these companies do. So you only use that when you got something to hide, when you can't stand scrutiny. Because we didn't do anything wrong.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with criticizing anything. Nobody's gonna stop him from getting no money, anything like that. There's nothing wrong with criticizing material that's in the public. Nothing wrong with that. I do. People criticize me.
Right.
I can't just say, hey, don't be doing that, man. No, it just is what it is. Like that's the public domain. That's the world we live in.
But you said that, and this is what resonated with me when you said people will copyright me and take stuff that I my videos I make and chop it up or whatever, right? And you said I can back up everything I say, and I was thinking, and I said to myself, I can too. And, anything I put out, I can back it up. In the same way with you. So that's why it really doesn't. That's why it really doesn't bother people like us, or we don't need a a website like that to hide anything. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And to jeopardize my legal standing. You do that too many times, the wrong person going, like I said, man, I'm still thinking about it. My audience want me to do it. Still thinking about litigation and all other stuff because I guess, it did make a loss to me, you know what I mean? But, but either way, man, like living life like that, try to just cover all your tracks. Like I said, he already has a back. I'm from Chicago, so I know all about the cracking cars and all the other stuff. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
It's just, if you can't stand the heat, get out the kitchen.
Right. Don't be out in the public eye. If you can't back up your stuff, man. It just, okay, put it this way. Let me ask you something. Now, do you think he's actually, in your opinion, okay, because I'm looking at from two perspectives, right? Is what he's doing legal, or just what he's doing is just taking people's money? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, what he's doing, it's legal.
Business wise, it's legal, right?
And like I said, so nobody, look, it is what it is, but I still have a right to critique the information, just like anybody has the right to critique my information. That's just what it is.
And I'm not knocking what you're saying, that to be able to critique legal information, but I'm saying is that, okay, when we critique his stuff, it's, if you just understand mathematics, you will clearly understand that nothing he says make any mathematical sense whatsoever. So really, is he really taking people for money, or they just don't pay attention to mathematics? What's your opinion on that?
Well, it's all, to me, I look at it as it always falls with the consumer. I look at because are we gonna get mad at McDonald's for selling the worst food on earth, or do we get mad at the consumer for going in there and purchasing it? So I mean, the consumer has all the decision making. McDonald's wouldn't be there if they didn't want it. Bandman Kevo wouldn't be there if people didn't want somebody to tell them stuff like that. Right.
Because that, I mean, when I and I'm gonna be straight up, right? When that happened to you, I made my I took it down because I didn't want any problems with it, right?
Yeah.
And now when you came back and beat that copyright strike, man, that really inspired me. It made me think about what the decision I made by taking it down. I mean, you really made me think about what I did, because I wasn't doing nothing but telling the truth, but I took it down because I didn't really want the problems or the hassle or the inconvenience or whatever, right? But the truth is the truth.
Exactly.
So it made me regret that decision. I mean, I still have it, don't get me wrong, but I should have did what you did, if that makes sense.
You mean like you should have, like, about fighting if it came your way?
Just left it if it came my way and fight it just the way you did.
I mean, that's just how, like, that's really how I just deal with life. Like, I'm just like me. You can't run from something. And like I said, I had no choice to fight it though. They like I said, they struck it in the middle of the stream. So, but yeah, man, I just think that from the little things to big things, us as men, and specifically for my talking point, for black men, we just got to learn to just, when somebody taps you, you got to tap back. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, even for the smallest traffic ticket to whatever. I mean, when somebody taps you, because you never know. A lot of us, out of fear, don't hit back. You know what I mean? When these things hit against us, fear
of the unknown.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the law can be studied. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, if I'm not a lawyer, you need an attorney, get legal advice, whatever. But the law is something that you can, if you know how to read, you can learn the law.
Right.
That was a legal issue. It just so happens to be that law is this law is one of my things. You know what I mean? So
wow, man. Yeah, you got a gift, because when I was listening to a video yesterday, man, you said you help people out on tickets and all this other stuff.
How many?
And I'm sure it's just looking up the laws and what the law can and cannot do. Period.
Yeah, it's that simple. I don't want to make it seem like laws. I don't want to make it like I say. If you need an attorney, go seek the advice of an attorney. But I'm just saying, like, a lot of things in this world we can dissect and learn if we just take the time to look at it. It's not mysterious. It's not some grand thing that if you know how to read, you can learn anything.
Right. Man, you really are knowledgeable at such a young age, man. You really are, man. Just to be able to spread the knowledge at your age and be able to speak it correctly too, and doing it the right way. I mean, you kind of talked about your life a little bit earlier in life, but you learn. It sounded like you just learned from that and grew from that, and now here you are.
I mean, I've always been a quick learner. Like it's one time, and like I've been a one-time learner. The hell? But I've been a one. So me, it always took one time to learn something. Like it's always like once I always caught on quickly. You know what I mean? That's just something that just always happened to me. So I just learned how systems. I learned how to run systems good. I just learned how to business is systems. So like even in the early part of my life, when I did mess up, it took me one time to learn. Like it's just like I'm not one of those people who got to learn multiple times.
Well, let's jump back to I can understand. I think I did that, but I didn't really realize I was doing that when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? I just thought everybody thought the same way I thought, but that's not true. But back to the are you planning on pursuing are you planning on pursuing legal action against them, or are you going to not waste your time, or what you thinking?
I'm still thinking about it. I'm seeing if it's going to be worth it, adding up the amount of money would have been. Like I said, man, it is what it is. Like YouTube to me, it's just like a plus one to me. Like I'm happy every day I still have it. So, but it's just like it's off the principle. So I'm still thinking about it.
You proved. I mean, you proved yourself already. That's what you did was huge, man. I mean, people are going to be coming to you paying for that advice, man. And it sounds like I mean, you think I'm serious, man. People will come and pay you for that advice. What you discovered.
Well, I mean, and that's probably true. It's just are they gonna listen though? That's
well, just like you said yesterday, man. I was dissecting your video yesterday. It's about 1% of people are gonna really listen to the real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's kind of like it's frustrating sometimes because I chose a profession that only 1% of the people are gonna even hear me.
Yeah, exactly.
But I look at it as a challenge, though.
Yeah, no matter what kind of information you're putting out, if it's educational, whatever the case. Right. It's only going to be a super small percentage that, just like everybody in the chat right now, where we got like 60 or 50 some people.
Yeah.
Only 1% of them are going to, just to be brutally honest, are going to take the information and apply it to become better.
Yeah, like I think because I had done a couple of videos on that, like not just on Bandman, but people like him and dissecting their videos like that. And there's tons of Bandman Kevos out there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're just in different shapes and sizes and forms, but he's just the one that he's making it, he makes it obvious. You know what I'm saying?
Which is what niggas do. They make it obvious. Like, damn, why I gotta be so obvious? He needs to what the white Bandman covers they just doing them more slicker with it. You know what I mean? This guy just come on, man.
I mean, when we did that collab, man, it was just, the cars, the clothes, the shoes, the shopping at the whatever stores in the background. I mean, and when he starts talking about what's that site where everybody goes to and pays now?
The jeweler place, or what you mean?
No, not the jeweler place. No, he kept repeating the where everybody pays. You pay to go to the site now. I forgot the name of the damn site.
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans, yeah. He kept repeating his OnlyFans, OnlyFans. Yeah. And I remember I heard him one time say, he go, if you try to go get a credit report or some kind of report with a student loan on, it's going to cost you thousands to get it, but you can come to my OnlyFans and pay $400. I was like, what? I was like,
it's upselling. It's a business.
Yeah, it's upselling. But if people go to buy it, hey man, more power to them. But I'm like, damn, is it that easy?
It is. It is. I mean, here's the thing, man. It really is. And, like I said, it's up to the consumer to be. Most people want that quick fix, man. So when they see somebody who's offering that quick fix, it's going to be real easy for that person to make it, because most people don't want to put in the work. Most people don't want to save up the money to do what they got to do. Most people don't want to do that. They just look at it as, I'm gonna get this big chunk right now and I'm gonna just go crazy. And then even though I got to pay it back later on, I'm gonna just act a fool now.
You think he know who you are now?
Yes.
Oh, he does.
I'm pretty. Yes, he knows who I am.
I love it though. I love it.
He knows who I am.
Because I guarantee you, maybe the same way, maybe 1% did what you did. that got a copyright strike.
Yeah,
Guaranteed.
most people just wait the 90 days. Most people don't fight it back. Yes, 90 days. I'm like, fuck 90 days. You got me fucked. I mean,
I know, right? I know.
Right? I've gotten strikes before and all the other stuff, but like usually it'd be a week because usually be community strike. That's when you go. But they talking about 90 days. I'm like, no, we're gonna have to. I'm gonna try. At least try it again.
Man, you did that shit, man. You did it, man. Damn. It's like, so when they say approved, did they just turn your shit right back on just like that?
I don't know. I woke up and the video that we did, the collab we did was, I got hella comments on it. So I don't know if they uploaded it. When I woke up, I was like, they did it in the middle of the night.
They probably just unhid it. You know, they just probably hid it from you, but they didn't delete it. Man, that's crazy. So when you woke up and found it there, what was your mind process, or what were you thinking when you woke up and saw it?
Oh damn, I can go live again. I was just like, they must have let this joint open. I was just confused as to why this old video was getting comments today. But you know, I was just they didn't let it nigga free. So I had to just go live right then and there just to, you know.
And you said something about, you mentioned something about it took 10 days for them to respond with a lawsuit after you overturned it and blah blah blah. And you knew the social site wasn't going to do it because they were in the Netherlands, and so did they wait to after those 10 days? They didn't.
They did because they probably knew they wasn't going to respond. No, did they wait to 10? I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I doubt it. But like I said, when somebody files a copyright strike, if you file a counterclaim to that, they have to respond with the lawsuit. If they don't respond with the lawsuit, then the claim's invalid.
And I like the way you put it. You said YouTube is just a middleman, so they don't get sued, because people like to blame YouTube. Oh, YouTube ain't shit. Exactly. They trying to hide it. No, they just covering their own ass. That's all they doing, because YouTube is in my opinion, YouTube is the biggest internet stage in the world right now. So they got the most eyes on them.
Well, Google and YouTube, but because they got to cover their own, because people used to upload movies and stuff up to here. You know, YouTube is getting sued for that because people upload like with no commentary, no nothing, just upload whole movies and stuff like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they had to fix that because they were getting sued for that. So they just a middleman. But the people filing the strikes can be held liable. But yeah, go ahead.
So with this new information that you got from this Bandman Kevo thing, what do you are you planning on taking something to the next level with video commentary, or now that you have this new knowledge, you know what I'm saying? Are you gonna do more like this? I mean, because I would love to do more with you like this, because I think they love our collabs on people they find. You know what I'm saying?
You talking about like reaction videos?
Yeah, just like what we did with Bandman Kevo. Same thing.
Yeah, I've always been doing reaction videos. That's why I said this is my first time getting a copyright strike. I've been doing reaction videos. I got the "This Why You Pumping Dump" series. I got all types of reaction videos. This is just the first time that
Gotcha. I think they would love collabs from two aware dudes. You know what I'm saying? Because you know as well as I know, there's a difference. You know what I'm saying?
No, facts. Yep.
Yeah, I think that would be.
No,
cool,
we definitely got more collabs in the future. We definitely got to set some more up in the future, man.
Do you come across more dudes like Bandman? Do you come across guys like him?
Not on a date. I mean, people just send me stuff every day. Sometimes, I mean, I get a lot of effery all day, every day. So, I mean, it depends on what I come across. Like, you never know. Man.
That's just like I said. That inspired me to see what you did. You prove and you do what you say. You know, that's what I like about you, man. And I really hope guys in your generation really hear what you say. You know, I really do, because their life will be much, much better. They're gonna save a lot of money.
Well, everybody thinks they know everything, so it's just like, it is what it is. I just say what it is. I just say my piece, and I let the audience decide.
Now, what you think about inviting some people up here? And I can throw out the link.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I'm definitely with it, man. Anybody got facts.
Now, you guys. Now I'm slowly moving to the podcast style. So this is Ramil's my first, to do this. So bear with me with the format. But here's the link. If you guys want to come up here and ask Ramil or myself a question about the Bandman collab or just some questions of us, you got how much time you got, Ramil?
We good right now. We keep rocking.
Okay. All right. Oh, let me do some shout outs real quick. I just shout out to Joey Clark for the $4.99 super chat. Thank you. SMD and Ramil, salute. Appreciate it. Whoops. Wayman Brown, what's going on, Raymond? LJ and Ramil versus Johnny Cage and Ray. I'm a Mortal Kombat fan, man, but that was a long time ago. I can't get into it now. It would take me 50 years to learn that shit now. So,
man, I like Smash Brothers, man. I don't know if y'all know what that is.
I don't even know what that is. Is that a video game?
Yeah, for Nintendo, man. All the Nintendo characters, a fighting game.
Oh, I never heard of it.
Oh, damn.
But I'm 20 years older than you too. So shout out to West Splash for the $4.99 super chat. Great stream, brother. Stay blessed up. Thank you. Appreciate you. So don't be shy, you guys. Here's the link, man. I'm like I said, I'm new to the podcast thing. I want to take this up.
What you mean, like what you trying to do?
I want to start bringing people on, and talking.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I've done it a couple times, but I want to make it a regular thing. Different people, just talking about different things, as long as they're staying on the subject of what this channel does and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, facts. Yeah, it was good to get different people. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's up, Young Grump? Hey, Ramil, this is the guy I was telling you about that does the short videos.
What's going on? What up?
What's going on with y'all, man? I'm glad I could get on my phone. I could hear you correctly. There ain't no dialogue.
What's going on, Young Grump? What's happening, man?
Oh no, I'm working my slave job right here, and I just finished and editing the part 2 of y'all video on Bandman Kevo.
Okay.
So, I'll post that up soon. But yeah, I want to say real quick, I appreciate y'all for this intellectual property. And Ramil, you're right. Only I think 50 people in this live, that 1% is going to hear what you say and they're going to take action with it, because it's not brain masturbation. Like, even though people could listen to y'all all day, you got to start exercising it, taking it into effect. Like, so when they get paid, instead of them doing their little, whatever, drug addiction or habit or whatever, you got to start managing your money and paying off the debt. So salute y'all for that, man.
Can you hear me, Ramil? You still there?
My bad. Yeah, I think I had kind of got delayed. Y'all heard me?
No, I heard you. I just didn't know if Ramil. I couldn't.
Yeah, appreciate you, man. Yeah, like I said, man, just here to put out the information. The audience has to decide. I'm just glad that I'm here to help. And yeah, man, it's only gonna be a small percentage, so I don't fret over it. A lot of people want to get here for the entertainment. That's cool too. I'm with all of it. But as far as the actual information, that's just a whole nother conversation. It's always gonna be a small percentage. It's just what it is.
Yeah, man. So I appreciate y'all, man. Keep this up, man. I'm about to be out though.
All right, man. I wanted to point out something, you guys. I don't know if you noticed it or not, but content creators like Ramil and I, you can hear the confidence in our voices because it's the truth. Like everything I say here on SMD, I can back up with facts, back up with mathematical information. This is why we can critique videos like Bandman Kevo, because it's backed up with math and proof and stuff like that. And to get an idea to kind of show you guys what happens when you don't think for yourself. It's more to help people become financially free, be able to sleep comfortably at night with no worries and things of that nature. It's very important for you guys to understand that.
Yeah, facts, man. There's no money, no time. There's no dollar value you can put on freedom, in my opinion. That's why I always chase it every day. And I work hard every day to maintain it, because it's nothing better than that. I mean, nothing better when nobody owns you and you wake up and you're just free to do what you want. I think that's how life's really supposed to be lived. And that's just basically the perspective I come from. Coming from a position of sovereignty, freedom, and, just being debt free.
Yeah, I was just thinking this the other day. I was thinking, man, because I like to sleep, right? And I realized that the reason why I can sleep so well and I sleep so good, because I have no problems. I have no issues. I have no worries. I don't have any. And it made me think that there are a lot of people out there that don't. And see, and this is what, and I'm glad we're talking about this because it brings up back to the cat Bandman. People believe that just like you said earlier, Ramil, that there's some kind of quick fix. There's something out there that's going to quickly change. So when you come across a guy like this selling, what he's doing is business. Okay, personally, how I feel about it, that's irrelevant. Those are feelings, but he's selling you the quick fix that you, whatever, if you believe it, you think it's going to be a quick fix, but it's not. The only person that can fix it is you. That's why people like him are just, there's a million of them out there, and there's rarely a few people telling you the truth.
No, that's facts. Like I said, personal, you can't get personally involved because this is, I mean, if you do that, nothing's gonna get accomplished. Like I said, no matter how you feel about it, he's gonna do what he do. But at the end of the day, everybody can be critiqued. It is what it is.
You know what?
Stop it.
You know what I really liked you said? You said when you first wrote YouTube about that about the copyright strike and they denied you, right? And then you said you said just like this, you took a couple days back or something you said, and then you reread it, and then you saw that you were too emotionally involved in your first response, and you caught that.
Yep, I sure was. I was talking about he's just mad because we was doing a criticism video and all the other crap. Man, they don't care about none of that, dude. So I said, you know what? Let me go look at the law. What the law says? The law says I have fair use. So I just put this law in there. I just no emotion.
Took out your emotions. But you know how many people will not be able to do what you did, Ramil? Take a step back and say, hey man, I was just too emotionally involved, man. I need to rewrite. People are so wrapped up in their emotions, they can't see that.
And that's what separates a lot of people from the haves and the have-nots a lot of times. The emotional intelligence, just being able to know when to act on emotions and when not. And most of the time you should not be. But a lot of us, that's another level of thinking. It took me a while to get to. And even to this day, it's an ongoing learning process when it comes to that.
Yeah, it's most definitely. And I, like I said, I'm 50, man. And I'm still learning things every day. But that different level of thinking, though, that different level it's not on Google. You can't Google because you got to know the question, right? To ask the right question to ask, right? Because if you don't know the right question, you ain't gonna never receive the right answer.
Fact. No, that's true. Yeah, you gotta search to find the right questions to ask a lot of times. So it's all gonna be a process, man. I love the journey. It's just never ending.
Why do you think? And this is my opinion, though. The reason why people like that are so on credit because people believe credit is going to save them, right? This is why they can use it, right? Why do you think? Is there a way to make people understand that it's not credit? I mean, do you try to do that? Do you try to say, hey man, because I hear you a couple times saying, hey, credit really ain't shit. It's just a tool, but I don't know if they hear you. Do you push credit ain't shit?
I push credit as a scam.
Oh, credit's a scam.
You get a scam. If you're using credit, you get a scam. I mean, business is a line of credit's another story, but using credit to buy like houses and cars and things that depreciate, that's a scam. You get a scam out your money.
But it's amazing though, man. People think when they have a 30-year mortgage, they believe their house is an asset.
Your house is never an asset because your house doesn't make you money.
Exactly.
The asset puts money in your pocket that's an asset.
You try to get that across though. That's
a definite asset is something that pays you every month. So a house is not an asset.
Man, I think big things are gonna be coming for you out of this victory, man. I really do. I think a lot of big things people are gonna see what you did, and they're gonna be seeking you out for advice for sure.
I mean, we'll see. Like I said, I'm just glad to just, I mean, we'll see. You never know what the future brings. I'm just glad to be here and just, being able to share the limited knowledge that I do have, and I'm just grateful to be here every day.
Yeah, me too, man. And I'm glad to even meet you, man, for real. Just to, and
vice versa. Appreciate it.
Truth recognizes truth, for real.
Facts. Shout out to Solid HQ. I see Solid HQ in the building, man. Shout out to him. Always showing love. But yeah, man, all the other stuff, man, it's just like they always talk about how you didn't. They say school didn't teach you about money, but the things that they did, they taught you how to do addition and subtraction. It's like when you put that dollar sign on front of numbers, it's like it changes, but it doesn't. It's still the same addition.
Right.
Money sign.
I'm trying to get that across. And you know what I was thinking about this morning? And I know you can understand this. I was thinking about this morning. I said, since going to grade school, you can take the knowledge in two different ways. You can go according to the program because they train you in school. Go to school 5 days a week, get up early in the morning because they're training you for work. You don't really understand that, right? When you're going to grade school, right? But they're training you for work. Or you could take, just like you said, take that knowledge because they teach us math in grade school, right? They teach us in grade school. But you can take that and they don't teach you how to apply it to your money, though. You see what I'm saying? You can either come up as a worker going through 5 days a week, weekends off, blah, blah, blah. Or you can take that and say, hey, wait a minute, I could just take this math that I learned in grade school and apply it to my finances and win with money for the rest of my life.
Exactly.
What's up, Daddy O? What's going on, man? Your mic's on. You're not on mute. Can you hear me? Daddy O. All right, I'm gonna put you on mute until you get it straight, man.
Hey, fellas, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
No, my settings all messed up. I'm gonna get out and come right back, fellas. My bad.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I don't know if you got any more to contribute to the collab because it's like I said, this is my first time doing something like this. So.
Oh yeah, well, like I said, man, like things happen. You gotta be ready about whatever comes your way in life. Sometimes, this is just an obstacle to me. I'm just used to obstacles. Whenever you're doing something, there's always gonna be an obstacle in the way. But as a man, your job is to find a way around obstacles. Okay, so this little copyright strike or whatever this was just a boulder in the road. But I'm always find a way.
You just headed straight forward, man. You just headed straight forward.
Exactly. As long as I'm breathing. If I got to go around a couple things, that's cool. But I'm just gonna keep going moving,
man. And I've always been that way, man. But I think I let the unknown get. It rarely happens, but I let the unknown get me because usually I go straight for the unknown because I know it's wonderful things on the other side of it. I'm gonna learn some knowledge or something bigger is gonna be there or whatever, right? But seeing you do that, man, really just said, damn. I really did say that to myself. I was like, damn, I can't believe I let myself do that. Crazy.
I appreciate it. I mean, like I said, it's just, I'm not good at everything, but if it's one thing I am good at is going to war. But that is something that's just, not only like in the physical, I'm just saying like, I'm just not going to let anybody just do anything to me. Like I'm going to fight back. That's just how I am. I'm going to exhaust my remedies. I'm going to exhaust my remedies.
I bet you a lot of people now growing up, did a lot of people not understand you or did you have, certain type of friends or, you know what I'm saying? How
a lot of people didn't understand me growing up. That is definitely a fact.
Really? Yep. How'd you deal with that?
I just didn't care. I just did what I did because I just thought everybody else was dumb.
Oh man, that's crazy. I guess I was the same way, but for the longest, I assumed that everybody did think the same way I did, but just chose not to use it.
Nah, people just just dumb.
So were you more just a loner or by yourself or very few friends or what?
Very few friends. I mean, like I was a loner, but I had very few friends because very few people could relate, and it was just like, shit, like, why waste my time? Like I said, I was always the person who stood out, and I just was a loner, man. I'm an introvert. I'm definitely an introvert, definitely.
Really? Mm-hmm. And I guess the YouTube is the outlet, right?
Yep.
Yeah, because you were up late last night, man. I was like, damn, it's 1:30 in the morning.
Oh, yeah,
you're doing a lot.
Yeah, I had to do a double one yesterday. You know what I mean?
I was like, that shocked me. And you see how many people you had in at 1:30 in the morning? You had like 300 people up in there, didn't you?
That's a good point. Yeah, about like I think it was like 300 some. Yeah, mm-hmm.
That's crazy, man. Wow,
but, that's cool. It's people getting 3,000. So I was looking at me. I'm just a small fry in the bucket. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, we'll get there, man, for sure, man.
Mm-hmm.
and people with 3,000, that didn't happen overnight, though. You know what I'm saying? That took some time, but that's impressive, though. When I see that, I'm like, damn, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 3,000.
That's facts, yeah, man. It's levels to everything. That's what I'm learning, man. No matter where you are, it's always somebody else bigger and better, and you want to get to their level.
Right. Oh, well, I mean, you could tell between the two of us, that level is going to happen. You know what I'm saying? That's not for me and the way I think, that's going to happen. It's just a matter of time. The universe dictates that time. It just tells me which direction to go. And it just says, go this way. I just go that way, period. And I ignore everybody around me saying, hey, that's dumb. You ain't gonna make no money. Because that's the only reason why I'm here today. Because, man, when I quit my 6-figure job as a computer engineer, people thought I was nuts. But I didn't care because I knew which the direction I was going. I couldn't explain it or why I was going that way, but it just, it's just that way. And now here I am talking to you on YouTube.
Yeah, a lot of people just would never understand. Like, the conventional way is not. It's really not the best way, and on top of that, it's like you gotta stay up to date with what's going on. Like everybody's not going to go the conventional route. That's why they look at you crazy, because you're going against the status quo.
I think it's a program, though. Honestly, I think it's a program.
Well, yeah, that too, programming and all the other stuff. Like, but at the end of the day, there's just more and more way to skin a cat, and people gonna look at you crazy when you don't do the regular way.
Now, let me ask you this, okay? Because you can see it. When you step out where we're at, we can clearly see that it's a program, right? But I think this is what I've been thinking lately. Somebody wrote this shit. This was once a thought in somebody's head, and they put it in place. Do you ever think about that?
No, but like everything's predetermined.
No, I mean, like, say like our whole system, okay? The credit system, okay, the mayor, the governor, the Senate. So at one time, none of this existed. Then once somebody brought it came in somebody's head and says, hey, man, I'm going to set up a system. It's going to go this way. And then I'm going to introduce this green pieces of paper and I'm going to make everybody believe it and blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I think the system we have is it's the results of a lot of people's different input over time, but those people's inputs are usually the people who have power or a lot of power. So everybody wants to control something. So somebody would come in and they would pick up to where the last person in power was and use the same system to. Right. So I do think the system, obviously nothing's random. I don't think when it comes to monetary policy and financial stuff, those things are very, I think humans, we definitely manipulate those because we create them. Anything created by humans could be manipulated, including a financial system. So I just think that it is like that, but you gotta use your brain to outsmart that.
I think it's just there. And I think the system favors those who trust mathematics. That's how I feel.
Well, yeah. Simple mathematics comes to money, but we talk about the banking, fractional reserve, and stuff like that. Gotcha. How they print. Obviously, but yeah, I see what you're saying. Simple math. That's what I'm saying. I say use your brain to outsmart. It's just simple math. That's literally what it is. Simple math will help you. That beats out all of this stuff.
I think that's why we're able to see people like Bandman. That's why it's so crystal clear to us to see him, but other people cannot. And they think, oh, Ramil's just hating on it. No, you're not hating on anything. You're just pointing out something that's the truth. So,
that's always an excuse when somebody's backing against the wall. You just a hater. No, I'm just.
You let everybody, like I noticed you do. You let everybody that come to your channel on your show. You let them speak. You don't mute them. You let them do their thing, man. And I commend you for that, man, because I don't have that kind of patience. I couldn't do that.
I mean, you got to give them enough rope So
Oh.
I was like, people say like, yeah,
That's
go
a
ahead.
good point. That's a good point. That's a good point. Just let them hang themselves. Okay.
Yeah. So that's why I do it like that.
Okay.
You know?
Well, I mean, that's all the question. I was trying to get people to come up here and join the convo just to talk more about it. But if you guys have any questions about anything about
y'all
the
come on through. Y'all got anything
Yeah.
y'all come on through. A lot of times though, a lot of people do like to listen more on streams too.
Mhm.
They like to listen up and watch from the clouds. That's cool too. I find that because we're just talking about a collab, I find that more emotionally charged subject matter would definitely, get people
Right. I see how you get people to participate. Don't get me wrong, but you talk about those subjects and you speak it truthfully, and people it just seems to stir the pot, and I see them just get all activated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
And I can hear by the way you laugh. It's like, man, that's exactly what I wanted to do.
It is what it is.
But it works, though. I mean, don't get me wrong. When I see it, I'm like, okay, it works. I see what it absolutely works. Okay, I see which way he's going. All right. I said it just ain't me. That's all I said.
Yeah, you're right. Everything's not for everybody, man. Everything's not for everybody,
Because I've had a couple people ask me, like, hey man, how do you like it? Ramil talks about these subjects that you don't talk about. I said, that's Ramil. They ain't got nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
That's Ramil's channel.
Yeah, right.
Do you feel the same way about what about
they asked you about the pump it up? They asked you about pumping up and all the
man. Hey man, what do you think about why do you collab with Ramil when he talks about, hey, they ain't got nothing to do with me?
Exactly. Like, people think, look, man, everybody not gonna agree on everything, man. But yeah, I hear, but that's just what comes with this territory, man. People gonna ask you other stuff, man.
Hey, Daddy O.
Yo,
what's going on, man?
how you been, bro?
I'm good. Welcome to the show.
Appreciate y'all. Blessings from Canada. We got snow on the ground. I hope y'all ain't got nothing over there.
No, keep it up there. Keep it up there.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, Ramil. First time I'm talking to you, bro, but I've been a follower of you. I found LJ through your collab, so blessings to both of y'all.
That's what's up. Cool. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you, bro. I'm 40 years old. I'm stepping into LJ's realm where I've decided where I don't want to deal with credit, take my life in charge, personally, professionally. I mean, on every level. And I commend you guys, man. Keep up the good work, and just keep at it. My question for you today, sorry guys, is when you decide that, what's the toughest hurdle to live the minimalist lifestyle, right? We have the Facebook, we have, all our friends are driving fancy cars and they're living in debt and this, like, I've made the decision that I want to change, yes, but it's hard, right? I mean, everybody's going clubbing, and I mean, not right now with the COVID, but you get my point, right? Everybody's buying and spending, pretending like they're still employed. But my question is, once you decide you want to change, right? What's the best advice? I mean, somebody who wants to stop drinking or doing drugs, you say go to bed early, right? Start working out and change your cycle. So I guess that's my question for you guys. What would your best advice for somebody who's trying to get into that minimalist lifestyle and get away from credit lifestyle? Like it's when you look at it, it looks like a huge mountain you're never gonna climb. You get what I'm saying, fellas? Like, it's a slow pace, I get it, but what's your best advice just for daily motivation?
Go ahead, Ramil. You want to go first?
Yeah. So I would say, so money is a representation. How you spend money, that's a representation of who you are. So the thing is that you compared yourself to about all the friends who you see them buying all the cars and they're still in debt. First things first, before any financial decisions are made, you have to do some like soul searching, like some spiritual searching. Are you comfortable where you're at right now? What all do you want out of life? All right. Those people who spend money and go into debt, a lot of times they're trying to fill a void. All right. So first of all, before we get to the common sense and the logic, you have to be comfortable with what you have. All right. So just because you see somebody buying a brand new Ferrari, whatever the case, understand that first of all, they are probably in debt and they're probably fucking their whole life up. So you gotta first of all, like, I'm comfortable. I'm happy where I'm at. I got a crib. You know what I'm saying? I can eat every day. I can live every day. I can do whatever I want every day. If I want to smoke some weed, I can. If I do it, I'm already happy. So the more money I get, I'm already satisfied within myself. So I'm not having to go chase all at going to debt for more money, because that's a lot of people do. They go into debt to get more money so they can feel better about themselves. They can buy stupid stuff. I already feel good about myself. So the first thing we got to start doing is be feeling good about who we are and what we have, so that we don't have to, so we don't make those emotional decisions going into debt. After that, it comes to simple math. You look at all the money you're spending each month on debts and how much money is going out your pocket every month, and that should just be a wake up call. Like if you taking a car note with $700 payment, you should understand that I don't need to have a $700. You just start. The math should be enough. Once you're comfortable with yourself, once you start doing simple math, it shouldn't add up to you. You should be like, that should be motivation enough. So find yourself to get comfortable with yourself first, and just do the math. Like, look, man, every day you wake up, look at your bank account. Every day you wake up, that's how I would start off. That's a long answer. I don't have enough time to read, but I'll let LJ if you want to take over from there.
I appreciate you, Ramil. I totally know what you're saying, bro. Appreciate you.
No problem.
Well, Daddy-O, I bring it straight more to your face, so you can understand so you won't succumb to seeing outside people do the stuff they do, right? Understand this. If you're in the negative, you are literally a slave. Literally, right? Yes,
sir.
You log into your Credit Karma and see your net worth. Go ahead and I don't know if you guys have Credit Karma in Canada, but you log into Credit Karma and see your net worth. That's your net worth, right?
I see.
And the people around you, like for me, where I'm at, I don't even see those people because those are slaves. They're slaves driving nice cars, slaves living in nice houses, slaves going to work every day. So I don't really care what they do.
That's deep.
Once you understand, and I mean it, once you log in and see how much debt you're in, right? And understand that you're a slave, you will stop paying attention to the other people around you because they're slaves too. Who cares what slaves do?
And it's funny you say that, LJ, because that was my wake up call. When when like you said, you get your credit score and you're realizing your status. It's like playing the bank, right? You're looking at somebody else's credit and you're like, do I want to lend this person money? Is he in a position to pay me back? And that was the biggest shocker for me. But listen to you two talk right now, you're making me realize that with time, I mean, the shock factor is, it's like, what do you call it? When somebody who's alcoholic, right? The first step is realizing you're an alcoholic.
Right.
So once you realize you got a problem, now you get to go forward. And I mean, from that very first video that I heard you speak, LJ, you spoke to my soul, man. You know what I mean? And Ramil, these collabos is the best thing that ever happened, because just you guys have almost 20, I don't say how many years, but we have
20 years. 20 years.
There you go, 20 years. Exactly. So we have.
You say it because time doesn't matter. It doesn't. And I want you to. I know it's weird for me to say that to you, like it doesn't, but it doesn't, because math is timeless. It doesn't matter if Ramil knows 1 + 1 = 2 or Linnell knows 1 + 1 = 2. It doesn't matter.
I see. So technically, I'm on the right path. Just with time, it's just gonna disappear, I guess, right?
Well, you just gotta, just like Ramil said earlier, you gotta make up in your mind and understand that if you're cool with being a slave, then you're going to succumb to the people around you.
There you go.
I mean, have you been in debt all your life?
Absolutely. That's what I was taught in school, right?
Right. So you're gonna, and I didn't wake up till 40. I didn't wake up till I was your age. That's when I woke up. You got about a good solid 10 years to really understand that you're a slave. But if you don't wake up by 50, you're gonna be in some trouble, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you don't wake up by my age, you're gonna be in some trouble.
Absolutely. You gonna make some more bodybuilding videos, or what's going on with you?
Man, I've been on another journey, so I haven't been hardcore as the way I used to be. Right.
Okay.
Especially with 2020, it's not. I can't really go to the gym like that anymore. Stuff like that. Not saying that I let myself go, but I'm not as ripped as I was before because I was on a different journey at that particular time in my life.
Right.
Cool. I didn't know you was into bodybuilding. I didn't know.
Well, not bodybuilding like stage shows, but I just like to be sliced up. Especially the older I was, I could stand. You know how it is, Ramil, stand out from the crowd. That's what I did. They say, "Oh man, you can't have a 6-pack after high school." I said, "Says who? Who? Slaves?" So I just did it, and I went from a 6 to 8-pack. You know what I'm saying? Just to do it.
Hell no, they don't like that. See, people think stuff's impossible, man. You gotta prove them wrong.
Got to prove them wrong, and that's what I love to do. I put it this way: everything the majority do, I do the opposite. That's how I know.
Facts. I always do the opposite of the masses. Always
do the opposite of the masses, and you will always win. Always.
Facts.
You understand what that means, Daddy-O?
Absolutely. That was probably one of the. I don't want to get into the whole story of being raised by a single mother, but that, you know, I say this, right? You cannot unhear the truth. And I think I heard that in high school. When everybody goes left, you go right? When everybody's selling, you buy. And that just stuck with me. And
yeah, don't fall for none of that single mother bullshit and all that shit. You got your own brain. Okay. You got your own brain. You can make your own decisions. Don't let a thought in your brain like, hey, life is like this because I was raised by a single mom. Yeah, there's factors in it, but you still have your own brain.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And I commend you and Ramil for teaching us men who feel like we lost a part of knowledge. Thank you for, filling in that blank and let us know that we're still on the right path, right?
Yeah, you even being on the channel to even talking to us, you got to understand something. A lot of people wouldn't even talk to us.
Yeah, that bugs me, man. That bugs me, LJ. You say that all the time. You say that a lot of people coming into the chat room, but nobody has the courage, you know what I mean, just to come on and just have a simple chat. I mean,
and I get it. I get it. What I'm doing is asking millions of people to unlearn what they've been taught all their life. I get it. I totally get it.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Okay, quick question for you. I come from the red pill community, right? So they say a lot of times, like, man, an individual has to suffer in order to want to change, right? Now, when it comes to finance, right? Is it the same thing? Do I have to wait for my buddy to be like, because right now I can try to teach him or preach. He won't be listening because he likes driving that Range Rover, right? But I mean, when do I send him the link to your YouTube? When he's crying because he can't make that next payment?
You got to answer for that one, Ramil.
What was that last one part again, brother?
Shit, I lost my thought, man.
He said he wants to help a friend because I got my own response. I want to hear Ramil's response. He wants to help a friend that won't wake up, that's enslaved. He's a slave. But you got to okay, real quick. Before I lose my train of thought. You can't tell him to do something that you haven't already done yourself.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well said.
Did you hear what it's like? Ramil, he's trying to tell a friend to wake up, but the friend.
No, I agree. You got to do it yourself, and then you just plant the seed. Other than that,
correct.
You can't do anything else after that. You can't. Everybody's on their own individual journey, and everybody's gonna. If they can't see it after you show it to them, then you have to.
They're not ready for it.
You can't worry about that.
Okay.
Right. And it's a hard pill to swallow because I got a close friend that. He's not. I have accepted that he's not going to wake up. I've accepted it, and so we don't talk about money. He knows what I do, but we don't talk about anything that got to do with finances. I don't want him to tell me what he bought or finance. Because it's finance, and I'm really buying anything, right? So I just say, don't tell me about it.
Facts.
And I just plant the seed, like Ramil said. So you got to more worry about yourself, Daddy. You got to make sure you get out of debt first. And I promise you, once you're out of debt, you will speak differently.
Absolutely. Yes, sir. I truly believe that. And I'm definitely gonna hit you up for consultation also, LJ. Appreciate you.
Okay, yeah, no problem, man.
Thank you, Ramil. I love your collabs, guys. Keep it up.
I appreciate you, man.
Be good, yo. I'm from Canada, eh? Shout out to the chat room. Shout out to all of the United States. Do what it do.
All right.
I'll keep in touch, fellas. Stay blessed.
Right. Appreciate you, man.
Shout out.
All right. Well, if you guys got any more questions of Ramil and I, just let me know, because I'm trying to get you guys to do more participation. And, you know, even if you think we're full of shit, you can come up here. But remember, you got to prove it. You can't just come up and say it. Okay, you got to prove it. All right.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, y'all definitely come on through. If you got any questions, man, or anything, man, you know, it's all good.
I think I might have to use some of your tactics, Ramil, man, to get some more participation.
Hey, man, just, you know.
That works. You know, I'm sure my shit sounds boring.
Emotions are, you know, emotions are everything.
Mm-hmm. They do run everything. People got their emotions all up in business, man. I bet you must use that to your advantage inside of your businesses or whatever, right? You got to use that to your advantage. Damn, crazy.
All the time.
Wow.
Oh man, you know, you got to use strategy, man.
Yeah. All right, you guys. I'm trying to, but I'm gonna stay on. I mean, I don't mind being here. I'll talk and talk and talk. I don't know how much time you have, Ramil. You can stay, go, whatever. But I'm gonna be here to answer.
If anybody else got any questions, you know what I'm saying. If not, you know, I will head out. But I'm gonna see if anybody else had any.
Yeah, let me go through these. Let me go through some of these in the chat here. You guys been yip yapping up in here, and I haven't been seeing anything. What's up, Cosmic? I see Cosmic's jumped up in here. All the SMD family. Any questions? You guys don't have to jump on the mic. Now, remember, if you want to click on the link, you don't have to come on camera. You can just use your voice. You don't have to get on camera. Wadner, don't feel bad, but always talking to, okay. I woke up to being a debt slave in my mid-20s. Shit, that's a blessing to wake up in your mid-20s. I wish to God I would have woke up in my mid-20s. I'd have been a multi-millionaire by now.
Shout out to Wadner in the building, man. What's going on, Wadner?
Oh, you know him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm set apart says you can't remove the twig out of your neighbor's eye. If you have a log, if you have a log in yours, remove the log from your eye and you'll see how to remove it from your friend. Oh, I like that. Okay.
Yeah, that Chinese proverb.
Oh, is that what that is?
It sounds like one. I don't know.
Okay, sure. Yeah, it's a good one. Okay, Gracefully Me says, we have been socially conditioned to accept debt as normal. That's true. Even people who had both parents in their life still get into debt. It's a mindset. Oh yeah, it's definitely a mindset for sure, without a doubt. Oh yeah, and I want you guys to understand something. I understand that it must be this way. In order for people like me, Ramil, to be free, there must be more slaves than not. Okay.
Yep.
It wouldn't work without slaves. So slaves are number one.
That's true. Yeah.
Can't wait to consult you. Hey, man, I'm looking forward to it, man. Looking forward to it. Now, let me put this up here. So just in case people don't know how to consult. There we go. All right. And I'm doing that now. There's my Cash App. I got the text. There it is. I keep forgetting. Sorry. All right. Well, not too much participation. So
it's all good. It'd be like that sometimes. It's all good, man.
I do. I gotta learn. I'm gonna keep coming to your channel, man, because I'm gonna get some tips, man, and keep it going.
Hey, man,
because I want to blow up too, man. I want to blow up too.
I mean, shit, I have it. Everybody. I mean, shit, I still gotta, you know, I ain't even blown up. You know what I mean?
You're getting there, man. You're meeting the right people, man. You're meeting the right people.
Yeah, we definitely got to see, man.
Shout out to Measy for the $10 super chat, man. Thank you, sir. Go ahead, man.
No, go ahead. My bad. What'd you say?
No, I was just saying shout out to Measy for the $10 super chat. This is another young man. He's got the bug, Ramil. He's totally on it. Totally on it. You can always tell the people that get it. He's one of them.
Shout out to him, man. Facts.
Mm-hmm. And Young Grump. There you go.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to both of them. Facts.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. Finish what you were saying.
No, I was just saying, man. Like I said, I'm still on the journey. I'm still doing my thing. You know, everybody has their time.
I don't think it ever ends, man. What you think? I don't think it ever ends, honestly.
What do you mean, as far as
just not acquiring regular knowledge, but acquiring more and more awareness knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I agree. That never ends. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that just, to me, this is what it feels like to me. It's always been there, but it was blurry. And then all of a sudden it comes into focus.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
And little by little, things become clearer. Yeah.
And then I find that the more aware I become, I start meeting people that want to help me become bigger, and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Naturally,
Yeah.
naturally see other people succeed.
Yeah, facts, man. That's just how it's supposed to be. It's a cycle.
Jonas says, "Newly conscious slave." I got two. I don't know if you heard me say this from it, but I always say there's unconscious slaves and conscious slaves. Unconscious slaves don't believe in mathematics, and conscious slaves were once unconscious, but now they believe in math, and now they're doing what it takes to get out of debt. So sometimes when people come in and call themselves conscious slaves, some people be like, "Why does this dude call himself a slave?" But they don't really get it. The unconscious slaves say that.
I mean, this slave word just triggers a lot of people in general.
Do you use it? Do you use it like me? Because I know when I come to your channel, they're like, "Oh man, count how many times he uses the word slave and blah." I don't care. Count.
I don't use it that. I mean, I use it sometimes. I let. Cause I know that's why you. That's a term. You know, so I don't use it all the time now, but it is hilarious.
Mm-hmm. That's my trigger word. That's my trigger word. Slave.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
All right. Well, yeah, I guess I got 70 people up in here, but people are scared to participate. I don't get it.
Like I said, it'd be like that sometimes. It just is what it is, you know.
You do end it early?
Huh?
What do you do when that happens? End it early?
I don't know. Somebody always trying to jump on and run their mouth. So
and you let them too. Here's the rope. Yeah. Here's the rope.
Yeah. So somebody always trying to run their mouth. So I don't. You know, it's just.
Like Let me ask you something. How come you don't never mute anybody even when they bother you? Well, how come you don't mute them?
I think everybody deserves a fair shot. You know what I mean? I think I want it to be as fair as possible. I'm a moderator. When you run a panel, you're a moderator. So if I mute somebody, I mute everybody. So it's just like, you know, I just think I don't want anybody to feel as though they're not being heard before I go and destroy their argument. So
because you got a couple of, I ain't gonna say no names, but you got a couple of people on there that just be, I know they ain't making no sense, but you just let them just keep on yip yapping. You know what I'm saying? And they ain't making no sense.
Like I said, man, you gotta just, you know.
I mean, your patience must be remarkable because
you gotta let them be. You gotta let everybody be heard, you know, so that because it just makes it better when everybody's heard, so that they can. There's no excuses. Nobody can say, "Well, I didn't get this point across."
Okay, all right. I was just curious. I was like, because sometimes when I'm in there, I be like, "Damn, okay, how long is he gonna take this? How long is he gonna do?" And you just let him go. You just let him go. I'll be like, "Okay, all right, I'm learning.
That's right. Yep.
All right, you guys. I guess that's it then, man. If nobody's because I really wanted to get some extra participation in here, but nobody's really jumping in, and then maybe I'm doing it wrong, or maybe it's too boring. I don't know. Whatever. But it ain't gonna stop. It doesn't stop me.
No, man, it's not even that. Just people, like I said, it's a different. Like we make the transition, it's gonna be a transition, but like over here, it's a different energy, different vibe. So like if people come over here to learn more than because they understand, like on my channel, people think they know everything. So everything want to challenge everything and all that stuff. Like not every channel is gonna be a debate challenge. You know, some people just want to learn.
Right. Okay. Yeah, you need to check out Young Grump's clips, man. He throws together some nice clips, man. I'll be trying to send you the links to the video so you can check them out. But he be throwing together some quick little minute clips I like a lot.
Yeah, I seen a couple of them, man. They were dope. I seen them, man. They were dope.
All right. Well, I guess we're gonna end this today then. I guess we're gonna end this early. All right.
Somebody said slaves are working right now. That's funny.
Yeah, that's it. Retired. He's retired, man, and he's people don't like him because he's retired early.
Sure indeed. Well, yeah, man. So yeah, if that's don't nobody got anything else, man. We're gonna
all right, yeah. All right, man. So I guess thanks for jumping on, Ramil. I appreciate you, man.
No problem. No problem.
And until next time, I appreciate. Hey, man, you want me next time you do a financial show? Please let me know. I mean, I'll be more than happy to jump on there.
Oh yeah, facts. It's always facts.
All right, man. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for jumping on.
All right, thanks a lot, bro. Thanks a lot.
All right, later.
Peace. Yep.
Now, if you guys have any questions of me, man, we can keep it going. Just a second, I got it. Yeah. Oh man, he jumped on right at the. What's up, man? What's going on? You there, Andre?
Yeah, I'm here. You hear me?
Okay, I can hear you. What's going on, man?
Yeah, no, I just wanted to see if anyone had questions for me because the other day I got some messages coming in.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I you know what? I chose this profession. I know it's not glamorous. I know it's not mainstream, but I love it. So let's see what we got here. Dare says, you got Ramil on here, bro. Ahead and interview him. Go ahead and interview. Oh, he wanted me to interview Ramil. I was trying to stick to the subject at hand, but sometimes it just doesn't go that way. Anybody got any questions? Anybody you want to not be a slave anymore? You know, are you tired of you thinking debt is just part of life? You think bills are part of life? You think it's not possible to become a multimillionaire? Whatever, right? Right here, I can help you, but you got to understand that you got to realize that you're a slave first. So, I tell you, boy, that Aaron dude, man, you be cracking me up, man. How old are you, Aaron? All right, I guess we're gonna cut this off here then. Hyphy, what's up, man? You got anything to put in there?
Yeah, walk on, LJ. Big ups.
What's going on, man?
All right, yeah, I was trying to hop on a little bit earlier, but I was just a little bit occupied. But for I think the brethren, his name was Daddy O, who came on earlier. I kind of understand what he's talking about because sometimes when I chat with people and they have similar circumstances, they're kind of distracted by external factors which can try to at least knock you off your horse when you're trying to become debt free and on the time left and all them things. So if he's still listening, I wanted to say to him, it's the benefit when you become in control of your finances. Little perks come. LJ likes to call it phantom income. I guess these are I don't know what you want to call it, but little perks come. Minimalism and all that stuff, it comes naturally when you become debt free. You really don't have to focus on the lifestyle of trying to be a minimalist. It just naturally comes. He said something about Facebook.
Yeah, good point.
Now, once you, because you know, LJ, we talk about higher frequencies and vibing and stuff. It really changes your outlook on things. Once you develop the mindset to take control of your finances, it doesn't just stop at finances. It's part of who you are as a person. So the way you'll start seeing certain purchases are done, paying X amount for a car, finance the phone, whatever. Mm-hmm. The same way you'll see those things are dumb, you'll see a lot of other things are dumb, such as probably even a whole concept of Facebook. You might, like myself, right. I'm not on, these social media sites because, I'm looking at it. It's just a dumb thing. It's a place where people complain and pretend to be what they wish they could be. Right. People, you know what I mean? So
yeah, I do.
it's just all that stuff. It will naturally come, and you will be able to see that it's just a lot of this stuff. It just is morally bankrupt. It has no meaning at all. You won't be influenced by it. It won't catch your eye.
Right.
There's a saying that a lot of rappers like to use: instead of chasing the women, chase the money. The women come with it.
Right.
And that's the best way I can assess it as far as, you know, what I'm trying to say. Don't focus on being a minimalist. Oh, go on.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, because when I hear the word minimalist, that means, you know, you could hear that makes it sound like you gotta reduce live meagerly or something like that. You know, when you hear that word, but when you're debt free, it's not like that. You know, it's like you live the way you want to live. It's whatever's comfortable in your brain. It's nice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. I was going to say the same thing. Guess what happens once you focus on the right things? People that were friends are no longer friends. You start to realize that that's not the people you want to roll with.
Right.
90% of the time, your problem is a friend or a family member. 90% of the time, it's really it starts with you allowing that.
Right. You become once. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
The other thing is with the minimalism. What are we talking? Minimalism in terms of what? In terms of consumption? You follow what I'm saying?
I do. I like the way you put that. I like that.
Yeah, go overboard in producing. Don't worry about being minimalist or consuming less.
Right.
When someone says they want to be a minimalist, that worries me. No, I want to hear how you're going to go overboard 24/7 producing.
That's well said, man. I like that. It's everything has an opposite, you know, and that's hard to remember sometimes.
And see, we as Americans, we got to come up with special names and stuff for it. Minimalists. Go observe the everyday life of people in other countries. They're living way more, quote unquote, minimal than we are, and they might not even know what the term minimalist is.
That's true. I am finding that in the debt matrix, words mean different things. Like when people call something that, you know, I hear a lot of people call their car an asset. You know what I'm saying? Or you know, things of that nature. And I'm like, you're calling a depreciating object an asset? Obviously, your definition of asset is different than mine.
Yeah, that's where the first set of problems starts, is in the definitions.
Yeah.
If you're not calling stuff the right name, its proper name, you're gonna go wrong every day.
When you hear, tell me this, Andre. When you hear people like just business or personally, and they use wrong terms, do you correct them? Let's just say business. Do you correct them, or do you just listen?
Yeah. No, I correct them.
Okay.
It usually ends up with people ended up with red ears. You know, they get upset with me because everything that they believe to be true is not, and it's a whole process. I think it's more psychology than anything else what I do, to be honest.
Right. Wow, that's because I notice when I do that, people take offense to it, even when I'm right.
Oh, yeah, they take offense as well, but since it's a professional setting, they can't, just talk to me any kind of way. So now they're forced to spend 30 minutes to an hour, and then I have time to actually convince them to look at things a different way. And usually I take it piece by piece. You can't give it to them all at once. Like you say, you got to cut that pill up, small pieces for it.
Yeah, you got to slice that red pill, dice it up, Shout out to NYC for the 1999 super chat. Thank you, sir. We respect what you do, Uncle LJ. I know a lot of people are calling me Uncle LJ. I appreciate that. Mid-30s with a small family and learning. I'm not triggered by the slave word. I'm not triggered by the slave word. It a way to remind me to be and stay free. Okay, cool, man. I appreciate that. And honestly, and I want people in the background to listen and understand this. The slave word, I did not make up. I'm just repeating it. I found that word in the Bible, right? What's the Proverbs 22:7? The borrower is slave to the lender. Like it's there. It says it right there. So if you have a mortgage, the bank is the lender and you're the slave. So congratulations, NYC. Appreciate it, man. You're on your way and you're young too. Mid-30s. Congratulations. What's up, Sal's? What's going on? Minimalist to me, having a few gray t-shirts, okay, black ones and white ones, and a few high quality sweaters and coats. I don't like to own a lot of things. That's cool. I'm doing that with my clothes. I am doing that right now with my clothes for sure. I don't know if you guys do that already. Are you guys way ahead of me on that clothes thing?
It just gets to a point. And there's no age when you reach this. Like I said, it's more about the mindset. But at least for me, it just got to a point where, once again, just being financially aware of how certain things operate in this world. Mm-hmm. Like, what's the real meaning of even these clothes? Like, I hear people all the time say, "Oh, shit, I got a closet. I got these. I haven't even worn these yet. I still got stuff with the tags on them." So you're literally telling me that you got clothes, you got stuff that you spent money on that's sitting collecting dust.
Right.
Not doing anything.
But they say it as a good thing though. Man, I got clothes in my closet. I got tags on. They say it proudly though.
See.
I just spent some money that I didn't have on some stuff I'm not even going to use, and I'm telling people about it.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm walking around with, like, literally, I got holes in both my shoes right now. Like right now. And
well, you be going extreme, man. I can't go that far. Okay, I'm not.
Yeah, man. But it's just, equivalent. You might have some leaves outside. Yeah. I mean, you just don't care about certain stuff.
Right. What about, hey, Andre? Let me ask you something. With the knowledge you have, do you naturally transfer this to your children, right?
Yeah. They're gonna pick it up, on the daily. They see what's going on, and then they have questions. Like my stepson was just asking me about. I was trading in the morning, and on his little break during school, he's like, "What's this? What's that? Mm-hmm. What does that mean?" And it's something that just naturally occurs. The learning process. Nice. Not. You don't sit them down and say, "Okay, I'm going to teach you this." It just happens naturally.
Right. They just see how you live in and see how you talk and stuff like that, and it will naturally. They're going to have such an advantage, man. They don't even know it.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, for me, it's just normal though. It's not anything, special or out of the ordinary.
Right.
So
right. I'd say that because I wish I would have had this knowledge when I was raising my boys, man. I just wish I would have been able to show them this.
Yeah, but it starts when you're ready. So whenever you start is the best time. Mm-hmm. I never look at the past really. So I look at each day as a day, and today's the right moment. Day. You know what I mean? Yeah,
the present moment. Yeah.
You can't. That's another.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's another thing. I find that people, again, like I told you, you can tell by what people say, the words they use. Mm. If they use a lot of past tense verbs, that those are people that you don't want to have in your life. Mm. And this is another thing. I don't care how strong you think your mind is. If you're hanging around people like that, they're going to bring you down regardless. You got to just delete them, unfortunately.
It's so crazy, man. When I hear you say that, man, and I think about myself back in the debt matrix, here are people like you. You know what I'm saying? This is weird. That speak a whole different language. It's English, right? But you're using past tense verbs around people around people that understand it, but they don't. I didn't realize I was telling my life, my financial life at least, to another person without even knowing it.
Yeah, for me, 99% of the people are completely transparent, and it gives me an advantage, of course, in the business setting. But it's kind of sad though, because it's like walking around, a bunch of zombies, really.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for them, but you try to tell. The worst part is when you like what you're doing. Why don't you have 1 million followers?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. It's like people don't like to hear the truth. They don't like to hear the fact that they're actually going to have to change everything they believe. They don't like the fact that they're going to actually have to work for stuff. They want to, you know, it's sad, really. I feel sorry for them, because once you realize just how, once you understand what's going on, it really becomes simple. It becomes easy. I think, like you say, people make it unnecessarily complicated, and to their own detriment. You know, don't make it complicated. It's really simple. It's 1 + 1.
Now, were you raised like this, or did this come to you later in life?
Well, my mom, getting back to the minimalism, my mom was very frugal. My dad was a little bit more of the spendthrift type personality, but he always worked really hard. I would say about 9 years old, reading about money and the Federal Reserve and the banking system. So
at 9, you picked up some fun reading.
Yeah, my parents bought the Encyclopedia Britannica, so
I
had a lot of time to read.
Those white and gold books.
Yeah. Mine were black with gold filigree. You know.
Okay.
Yeah, so from there I started realizing everything was kind of not, you know, everything is basically BS. So
what made? Okay, let me ask you something. What made you even look at that at age 9? You probably don't know the answer to that, but.
Well, the thing is, I don't know if you remember. We're about the same age. In the 70s, we had that oil embargo nonsense going on, and I remember my mom picking me up from school and being in the car for like 2.5, 3 hours waiting to get gas. And I remember being hungry. I'm like, Mom, you know, can we go get some to eat? She's like, no, we can't get out of the line. We can't lose our place in the line. And guess what? That's about to happen again.
You think it's about to come right? You think that's about to happen again?
Absolutely.
Where do you see that? Where do you see that?
The thing is, what you'll see first is it's like a juke move. You know, you go left if you really want to go right, type of thing. So what we'll see is big deflation first. Housing prices, you know, 40% off the top.
I see that part.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Okay. What we'll see first, of course, is the market going up, new highs. Everyone's going to jump in. They'll get their stimulus check or their extra $300 a month and jump in because all the rest of their friends are on Robinhood making money.
Yeah.
And then of course, you know, the smart money will eat. It's going to end up eating their lunch.
Right.
But it's kind of obvious what's going to happen because they actually tell you they're going to do it. You just don't. Most people don't realize that that's what they're saying. So yeah, it's gonna get rough for a lot of people. So
tell me the gas thing. Why do you think the gas thing is going to happen? What makes you believe that?
Well, the gas situation is really has nothing to do with gas. It has to do with the currency and the currency dropping in value. But typically what ends up happening is that there's a cause and effect, right? So if the Federal Reserve wants to inflate, they have to create a reason to inflate.
Yeah.
Which means they actually have to create deflation first. It's that juke move. You have to go right to go left or go left to go right. You know what I'm saying? So we'll get deflation first. Prices will start dropping. People will freak out. You know, there'll be higher and higher job losses, and then the Fed and the most likely the Fed will go away, not go away. The Fed and the Treasury will be joined as a single unit. Right now, there's an imaginary wall between them, but if we get MMT in there, that wall will go away. There will basically be one person running both the Treasury and the Federal Reserve at the same time, and then they'll just print and then we have, I mean, the debts will go away at least.
Debts will go away, huh?
Yeah. But unfortunately, at what price? And that is the standard of living for the average American.
Yeah, because most definitely everything has changed forever. I can clearly see that.
Yeah, that's. Now, here's another thing people don't realize. I put this in the chat the other day. You will now have to compete with somebody in Georgia, and I don't mean the state, I mean the country. You're going to have to compete with someone in India, in Bangladesh. You're going to have to compete. And let me tell you about their education system. It's an order of magnitude better than America's. So you really got to be on your A game. So
really?
if you think that you're gonna just and it's funny, I find it funny. People complain about the standard of living now. They have no idea because there's a guy willing to work, and guess what? He'll work for $3 to $5 an hour and live like a king in his country.
You're right.
Okay. So the people don't really realize people need to wake up like yesterday. It's for real what's happening. And that's why I told you, it's 2020. It's vision, all about the vision for the future. And they got a whole vision about what's going to look like.
And that should be common sense. I mean, once again, we just got access to basic information. If you step outside, like most Americans, they just don't know much about anything outside of America. But if you step outside of America, you'll see you have people that have similar skills, some excel, and skills that we share. So it should be common sense because it's more and more of a virtual thing, an internet economy more than ever, and it will continue to grow. So to me, what Andre just said, it should be common sense. Even right now, you can get services internationally.
I can tell you personally because I've got people on that I pay from people, pay outside the country to do work for me at a fraction of the cost, and they do 10 times better work.
Yeah.
See?
So what's going to happen is that the overpaid American is no longer going to be overpaid.
I can see that clearly. Yeah.
And that means that now your standard of living is going to be based on a global marketplace. Your labor is no longer American labor. It's global labor.
Global labor, yeah.
And that's obvious. Zoom. I mean, if you really look at it, it's all obvious. This is what I keep saying. It's flawless victory. When you know what they're doing, it's for real. It's like, of course, we're talking about something on a different level, but it's really obvious what they're doing. There's 330 million Americans. Let's say there's 150 million adults working, and they're making $8 or $9 or $10 or $15 US, and they think that that's a struggle, or they think that they're not getting paid, appropriately. Well, let me tell you, there's a guy in India just waiting to do it for $5. And for $5, guess what? He'll have a bigger house than you have right now. That's the crazy part. So, and I tell people all the time, look, you got to get your skills up by something that you can do on a computer or over the phone.
It gotta be. It gotta be over the computer. Gotta be.
You see, they've got robot arms flipping burgers now.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's gone. That's over with.
Are those things actually in place working right now?
Yes, they are. I already invested in it. What do you mean? It's ready to go.
He said I've already invested.
That's ready to go. That's happening. That's over. In the UK, they've got robots packaging the packages for a shipping company. They select the items, put it in the package, and put the tape. A robot does that. Now, not some imaginary fantasy thing. That's happening right now in the UK. Yeah, this is not a game. This is for real.
That is nuts. But okay, tell me this. With this happening and people with no skills, isn't crime going to shoot through the roof because they can't get no jobs?
Of course.
Then what's the solution? Because we can't have crime at that level to happen. So there's got to be a solution for that too before it happens.
Now here's the thing, LJ.
There's already a solution that's called corporate prisons. That's business. That's what people don't understand. This is you can't look at. Unfortunately, people are looking at this from some sort of moral compass or something. I don't know. This is real life actually happening. If you want to do a crime because you're hungry, you will go to jail, and that's business.
That's business. God damn, that show is because they have private prisons, and they're building them, and they're building them like crazy too.
You got it. And guess who's going to pay? This is what I tell always about taxes. Who's going to pay to feed and clothe and keep that prisoner busy?
Well, I didn't hear. My piece fell out. My earpiece fell out. What happened? What'd you say?
That's what I was talking about, the taxes, how important the taxes are.
Oh, yeah.
Who's going to pay for those prisoners?
The people. The people
that comes from the tax rolls. That comes from taxes. And then you have to ask yourself, what demographic, what sections of our nation are going to be the ones suffering this because they have zero skills, because they dropped out at 10th grade or 9th grade or whatever. This is for real stuff going on.
That shit pieces together like a jigsaw puzzle. Just fits right together. Because I was thinking, what about all this crime? That's what the prisons are for, private prisons.
PIC.
And then they take that labor and manufacture shit inside of from the prisoners and pay them pennies while they're making millions.
And then when they get out, they can't even apply for those same positions they were allowed to do.
Oh my God. That they were paid pennies to do.
Exactly.
Yep. Disgusting.
You guys be taking me too far.
So people, they've really got to work on getting their skills up.
Wow.
Unless you have some sort of a professional skill or part of a union or something, and you do a physical job that let's say an electrician, or you work in even construction.
Right.
They're 3D printing houses in China.
What does that mean? What? Oh, you said the 3D printing house. Okay, gotcha.
3D printed houses.
People really. The 3D printing houses in China, yes.
So they're gonna even take away that then.
Yep.
Then what about all these people that are gonna be wandering around everywhere? What are they gonna do?
Yeah, exactly. Not gonna look good.
Yeah, exactly. Wow, man, this gets deep. Wow. Okay.
Yep. That's more than deep. It's scary, with you, man. So they do. I'm just saying that. I just like to make sure that people are aware of what's going on, so they get themselves in the right position. You've got to get on a phone or a computer. And the standard of living of Americans, and let me tell you, it's going to be a juke move. It's going to look good before it looks bad. Everything's going to look nice and rosy, and markets up, and houses are, and then the hand is going to drop, and it's going to get ugly. So, you
kind of fading in and out. I don't know if that's you or me. You still there? You still there, Andre? I can't hear you. Let me do the shout out real quick. Shout out to NYC for the 999 super chat. Oh, there you go. You came back. I lost you for a second there. Okay, LJ, Ian and Hyphy, what is your thought process when distinguishing something that holds quality to you at this current stage in life? I'm not quite understanding that question. Are you guys understanding that question better than me?
I think so. He's saying, so, what is my thought process when I determine what something that is quality, at least from my perspective. I think that's what he's asking. So I'll tackle it first. What I've learned to do is learn to think for yourself, because nobody could tell you what you value or what you like more than yourself. You know yourself better than anyone else. Now, there's a whole bunch of external influences and factors and ra-ta-ta, etc., but nobody could tell you what you like but yourself. And when you got a free flowing, a free thought mindset, you won't be influenced by other people's desires and wishes and marketed to, and you won't fall into these cult-like movements which influence what you consider valuable. So you just find out whatever, that's the best way to determine whatever is quality to you, because you'll, whatever it might be, something you do, something you possess, whatever, you'll do it just for the fact that you like it, and that's it. So I would just say, try to get in a position where you think for yourself.
Yeah, that's well said, Hyphy. That's exactly. I just think for myself. I don't really let outside influences, especially the ones going in the wrong directions, I really don't even hear them, right? Which leaves room for the correct outside influences, because I don't know everything. So you can't close your mind completely off. So you got to know how to decipher from the wrong influences. That's the best way I can put it, for sure.
Correct.
I
You
hope
want to
that
tackle that,
answers the
Andre?
question. I hope Andre's still connect. You still there, Andre?
Okay.
I don't know if his connection is.
Yeah, because I'll elaborate on that like a little bit more until he comes
Can
back.
you hear me?
Oh, all right, there
Yeah,
he
now we
is.
can.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go.
Okay. What was the question? It was
I'm about to
regarding
put it back up
quality.
here. Just a second, right there. Just that question. Can you see it? You still there,
Something
Andre?
that holds.
Oh, there.
Yeah, I'm
There
here.
you go.
Something
Okay.
that holds quality. Is that the question?
Yeah, it says he was asking, what is your thought
Can you hear me?
process when distinguishing something that holds quality to you at this current stage in life? You must be going in and
Oh,
out.
wow.
I think. Yeah.
Time.
Yeah, time. Oh
Yeah, for me, it's
you're
time.
right. Yeah, you're right.
That is everything. All the calculus is done with time, and that should be because recently I was telling someone about insurance, and they were saying, well, you know, how many kids? I'm like, okay, but you know, from the point of view of time, there is literally nothing else that exists addresses time, your time on the planet, like life insurance. So, and not to be, I'm not selling it or anything like that, but it's just a simple fact. That's why it's called life insurance. So if you consider your time, no one knows how long they're going to be here. The most, like you always say, and it's absolutely correct, the most valuable thing you have is time and what you can produce with that time. So all of your calculus, whether it be taking a vacation or spending an extra 3 hours at work or taking a risk or not taking that risk, all of that needs to factor into your time on the planet. And that's for me is where that whole thought in terms of quality and what I should expend my time or my money on or my energy. It all has to do with time and not only being efficient with time, but actually buying back time. So when you get your situation under control, you no longer have a mortgage payment. You're set up, you know, pretty well financially. You can, so to speak, buy back your time. In other words, and this is where it's the kind of phantom time like you talk about, where okay, you're working, but the people at your same level are. You know what I'm saying? You're working 2 days a week, 3 days a week, where everyone else is working 6 or 7. So, you know, once you get to that stage, you're really just buying back the time.
Yeah, you're right. I think without even knowing it, I was taking my time more seriously, and people were getting irritated that I was taking my time seriously because the people around me were taking offense to it, right? But it didn't matter how they felt about my time. So I totally understand that for sure. You're right.
Yeah, it's the only thing really that it's relatively stable and consistent. And the only relationship with it that matters is your relationship with it, nobody else's.
You're right. Right. You just got to realize that.
Yeah, it's probably the hardest thing for any. And I find that typically when in a example in a business conversation that they don't get it until look, you need to spend an extra 100,000, but it'll give you back 8 hours, 16 hours a week. You know, and they're like, no, but it'll cost 100,000. I'm like, but you're going to get back 8, 16, 24 hours of your time. Where are we not communicating here?
Yeah,
you know?
but how much money am I going to get back? But no, they don't hear the time part. How much money? Wow.
Yeah,
you're right.
Because they value money over time. And this is that has to be the biggest mistake anyone can make is valuing money over time.
I did that for years before I woke up, though. I did that for years. And as always, Andre, you be dropping the jewels, man. I agree with Unsunken One, man. I promise you, Andre's an alien, a spaceship with no sound. By the way, what does your spaceship run on, Andre? What's it, plutonium? What was it? All right, you guys, we got to wrap this up here, man. My girl just got home. It's time to eat. I appreciate you guys all participating, especially Andre, Hyphy. Thank you for jumping on, SMD family members. Until next time, appreciate you guys all, man.
All right, LJ, talk to you later.
All right, see you later, Hyphy. Thanks for jumping on. All right, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening, and I will